What's up, guys? KW175 back with another Pokemon Duel video, and we are going to get into part 2 of the Fairy Gym. But before we get into that, guys, just wanted to show you real quick, we are going to get a New Year login bonus. I don't know what it's going to be. I can't even come up with any good ideas. My only thought is it's probably going to be a previous gym reward. I mean, that's what seems to be the common theme, and probably something that's not going to get much use. But let's hope that it's mega shiny Gyarados, but that's probably not going to be the figure. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like Dragonite or Electivire, since they are included in the holiday boosters. So it's possible. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I wanted to cover this real quick because it seems to be a fairly talked about topic. If you take a look here, and it's actually in bold, you can only use booster enhancers on time boosters you've obtained after the event starts. So I feel like there should be a comma after obtain. You can only use booster enhancers on time boosters you obtain after the event starts. But it could mean that you're not going to be able to enhance any booster that you have in your inventory at the moment. Like, you're going to have to obtain a booster from once the event starts to be able to enhance it. But I don't know, man. I don't think that's how it's going to work. Like, I really hope not. It's going to really suck, guys. I don't know how they're going to be able to block it, because you're able to enhance the enhancement booster. So, I don't know. I really hope that we're going to be able to to enhance our older boosters, because I have 3 rainbow boosters saved up. But yeah, man, I still have not pre-registered, so I think it's time to pre-register, guys. I want to go with Scissor. I think Scissor's going to be the top team. I know there's some people that you know, they don't care about getting the 50 Carmonite, and they think it's going to be a little bit easier by going with Empoleon, because they are, I mean, Empoleon's probably going to be the least popular choice. So, I mean, it's a good point that they are going to get that increased multiplier for being in last place. So it's going to make it a little easier to get those achievement rewards. But I'm going to go with Scissor because I want Carmonite. I can't get enough Carmonite. So I'll take that 50 Carmonite. Just, I hope that I don't have to play a ton of League during the event, because the matchups are horrible. So let's hope that they fixed it. Come on, PoDu. Like, 400, man, that's max. That's the max difference that I want to see. So I try to play my 5 matches, so I'm eligible to get the team victory reward. And then once the event's over, you know, obviously get all the achievement rewards is the main objective as well. And then just wait for it to end, and then grind League whenever the matchups are fairly better. But we got a wheel. Let's see if we can get that 70 gem drop. Come on, let's go. 4 spins and we let it go. Oh, all right, we get the 30 gems. That's, oh man, it was so close. So close to that 70 gems. Pop a couple of these, great. More AI tickets that are going to go straight to my inbox. But I'm really excited to show you guys this video. It's going to be a little bit longer, but we have some really awesome gym matches to do. Okay, just gonna be a common. We get a rare. Whoa! Let's go. We get a UX ingot, man. That's what, 180,000, 190,000, and we get 10 Carmonite. That's the most Carmonite that I've ever got from an enhancement booster. Usually I get 1, or sometimes I'll get 3. Oh man, look at that, 180,000. Let's sell them, man. 215,000. And we throw these in. It's going to get us to 218,000. Wow. One day, almost $250,000 in coins. That's insane. Oh, man, I got so many coins, though. Like, so many coins. Like, I'm ready to level up a couple of figures for sure. And then I got just over 1,200 Carmonites. So, all right, guys, we are going to jump into some of these gym matches. Some of them are pretty exciting. Yesterday's video, if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check that out. There's some really awesome duels in that video. Some like insane banish videos. I go against the round deck. Just I'll link it in the description. So if you haven't seen part 1, go check that out first and then jump back into this video. But we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, guys. I increased the playback speed to play back twice as fast, so we're going to be able to cover more in a shorter amount of time, because, you know, I think the limit for videos between like 30-40 minutes. Like once you start getting up close to an hour, like that's pretty long. So see, he's gonna, oh, Pokemon Switch. Okay, yeah, I remember this. So I was like, nah, man, you are not gonna get that teleport cheese on me. Now I'm going to try to punish him, but he's got the Curlia, so I rush up the side, and then I'm going to be able to go into that center top corner to set up a surround, and then he has to go back defensive. But he comes out with the Curlia, so he blocks me off. I can't get by anyway, gets the Psycho Switch, gets the evolution into the Gardevoir, so I'm like, alright, I'm going to come out with the X speed and try to evolve my Magnezone. Ah, but we hit the 60. That sucks. We get a Paralyze off, but that's not amazing. Now we're pretty screwed. I need the double chance. I need to take out this Cosmog. I need gold into purple, and we get it. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So I cleared up an entry point. Okay, so he double chances and goes right after my goalie. So I'm like, come on. All right, Warpole. Okay, he switches this up, so I'm not going to be able to go after the goal just yet. I'm like, now if you attacking him, but he doesn't attack, so I'm like, I could take the entry point, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my other Mimikyu out. And he max revives the Cosmog, so I'm like, that's fine. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna make him burn a hurdle jump, gold block, something. Yeah, he's got the hurdle jump. So like, maybe he won't see it. I'm just gonna go right here, and he comes out, so I'm like, don't get the Sunsteel, and we get the curse, and that's GG, boys. That's GG, boys, man. Dude, I'm telling you, that's like that's gotta be like Rico's catchphrase. That's GG, boys. I think he needs to make like a t-shirt or something. We need some Rico merch, right, guys? Let Rico know, man. Like, we want some Rico merch. I want like a black tee or something that says like, that's GG boys. It's gonna have to maybe say something else on there as well, but I think it'd be a pretty cool t-shirt. So, you know, a match where like it looked like we were in really bad shape, we came back and just like won it, no problem. That's all it takes. One misplay, guys. One misplay sometimes, and it can throw the whole game for you. So, leading with the Mimikyu, he's got two Gardevoir, so that kind of sucks, but I still, you know, set up both Mimikyu. Maybe not the smartest, because, you know, he's able to block me off, and then he can come up and attack, and maybe I should have held on the one so I could try to, like, set up surrounds, but, you know, I go defensive with the Solgaleo. Not too worried about it, and then I want Coco to be defensive, and then I can go after the Mimikyu with the Sunsteel. So I come out with the X attack. I'm like, please don't dodge. Let's go. All right. We get the evolution. Nothing is more frustrating, guys, than coming out with my Magneton, using the X speed, and then we hit dodge. So maybe I should reallocate the wheel, and instead of decreasing the 40, I should decrease the right dodge. Okay, let's see. All right, so I go defensive. I want to cover up the goal, and then I can go after his Mimikyu with my Solgaleo. Try to get this thing out of here. We don't get the Sunsteel Strike, but that's fine. We get rid of the disguise, so we go after it again. Boom. See you later, Mimikyu. So that's a really nice thing about Solgaleo. You don't have to worry about getting cursed. Gets the Warpole. That Warpole, man, that thing can actually be really clutch. Because you can switch Pokemon with other Pokemon that are in the PC, so you can give yourself some pretty favorable matchups, and it gives you weight. So it can actually be really annoying whenever they're landing that Warpole nonstop. So we do have a surround set up, and he just like goes for it. So I'm like, dude, I got a disguise. So that was a pretty bad misplay. Just gonna take the entry point. So he comes in again. I'm like, come on. All right, he gets the. So he's probably gonna switch me with the Solgaleo, so I can't surround. But no. I probably should surround with the Solgaleo, but I want to try to set up a surround on that Deoxys attack form. So he comes up with the X speed. He hits a dodge. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yeah, definitely going to take that surround. And then we're going to be able to retake the entry point. So we have the entry point. We have both of them. And he takes our disguise marker off. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to move over here. We can retake it with our other Mimikyu, but our disguise marker is already gone. So I'm really hoping to land curse here. And unfortunately, I'm not going to curse anything this time. God, that one match in the last video, guys, part 1, where like we're just getting those banish. Oh, dude, it was so good. All right, we hit the Melee Wish. So I'm going to back up and attack. And we get knocked out. I was really hoping to remove his disguise marker. Now I'm kind of fearing that he's going to come in and attack the Magneton. He does, so I'm like, please don't get knocked out. We get the knockout. Well, we removed the disguise marker. Okay, so now I'm coming in to try to set up a surround, and he lands the curse. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, please no, please no. And he lands the curse again. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Now I could have took the surround, but I was kind of hoping like I'm going to scoop up, and then I'm going to come back in, set up the surround. Now, I was kind of hoping that he was going to attack my Mimikyu again, and then maybe I could land curse, and then immediately surround him and, you know, get a banish. But he attacks my Magneton, and he gets knocked out. So at least we don't have a curse on our Mimikyu anymore. Thank God, because it would have just got banished. So I move up with the Magneton. He's going to attack again. He has a really good chance at knocking this out, and he does. We're not landing really any curse markers at this point. It would be really nice, but give my goal a little bit of defense now. I believe he still has another X speed, yeah, and then now he's going to use the X speed, so I'm like, all right, hit your white. All right, that works. That's fine. You know, it kind of sucks. He was in the PC, so then we had to burn the Max Revive. Well, I mean, we didn't have to, but, you know, I want that Magnezone on the field. And we have our Coco back out, so that's going to give us a nice little damage buff, even though we don't really need it at this point. So I'm like, come on, freeze him? No. Just get paralyzed. I'm like, come on, Magneton. Why don't you ever freeze anybody? Like, I mean, he does once in a while, but that paralyze goes off so much. And once again, with the freaking Warpole. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to come in, try to knock out this Oricorio or surround the Gardevoir. And then he scoops, like, I don't know what that play was. I do not know what that play was at all. And then he gets the Warpole again, so, of course, he makes the right decision, so we can't take the entry point. And I come in, I'm really risking a lot there, because if my Solgaleo would have got confused, that would have been pretty bad. So I'm like, okay. Wait a minute. So, yeah, this was the thing I misplayed right there. So then he comes out and gets the surround. So I'm an idiot. I definitely missed that. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm definitely going to attack this Deoxys attack form. And we hit a dodge. I'm like, come on, respin me. And he respins me. I'm like, bro. And I'm sorry, guys, you guys can't see my damage because I increased the size of the screen. So, you know, maybe I won't increase it as much next time. Because, you know, especially when you're getting a lot of damage boosts, you know, if you can't see the damage boost, it's kind of confusing. So, sorry about that, guys. I didn't notice it whenever I was editing the actual video. So at this point, I'm not going to go back and redo it all, but you guys understand, right? But we have both entry points. We just need to survive. And he hits a miss, which is super lucky. Now he has to knock out our Tapu Koko, and we get the Melee Wish. So you know I gotta banish him and throw my Magnezone on the goal, because Magnezone looks pretty awesome. So that's our 20th win, guys. We're on a 9-win streak. No continues, guys. No continues. So at this point, we get our EX Cube, and I'm going for an Invincible trophy, guys. I got the Invincible trophy last gym and the gym before. So 2 gyms in a row, I've got the Invincible trophy. And I'm like, man, this could be a 3rd straight consecutive Invincible trophy. I really want it. And the time is getting low, guys. This is the last day of the gym when I'm playing these matches, right? There's only a couple hours left. Like, I can't remember the exact amount of time that's left, but I know there's less than 2 hours. Like, I had to get 10 wins, and I was sweating it, guys. I was definitely sweating it. But we only need 2 more wins to get the Invincible trophy, and then we get put up against Billy. And I'm like, hey, this, you know, not to be mean, but this looks like it should be some free elo right here. So I'm going to go in, set up the surround. I know he's got the Empoleon, and he's got the invisibility cape. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take the entry point. He's got the Heatran as well. So, I mean, not saying that this dude could not beat us, but I mean, considering some of the teams that I've went up against in this gym, I'm really excited about playing this team. So I take that surround. I skip ahead, guys, because, I mean, this wasn't too exciting of a match. Attack the Manaphy with the X speed, get the evolution into the Magnezone, then skip ahead. He lets us surround the Empoleon. He's got the invisibility cape, comes out with the Moltres. So I max revive, go with the Solgaleo. So then he goes defensive. I move up with the Solgaleo. All we need to do is get a couple of knockouts here. And yeah, we let him attack us, move over. I'm hoping that he goes over with the Marsh Stomp so I can get a surround. So I'm like, okay, no, he's going to come out with the Heatran. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go in and attack this Blastoise. If we get the knockout, that's going to be pretty much game. And as long as he doesn't get the Muddy Water, that's going to be game. Give it to the Solgaleo. So I'm like, let's go, guys. We are on a 10-win streak. 1975. So at this point, we're 21-6. Yeah, at this point, I lost 6 matches. So we're 21-6. I'm like, come on, one more. And then we get Jam here. I'm like, Jam, thank you. Thank you for being my opponent. Because, I mean, look at this team. This is pretty lucky. Pretty lucky indeed. But he does have the Blaziken. It's not leveled up too high. But, you know, it's still Blaziken. If he can get the evolution off. He's got Bulbasaur. He's got Haunter. He's got an Eevee. He's got the Rhyhorn. Even though he does have the Rhyperior evolution. But, yeah, I have no idea why they matched me up. But I'm definitely not complaining at this point. Because I want to get the trophy. So it's kind of nice whenever when you work hard and you beat some really good opponents. And you get this far. It's kind of nice that, you know, to just be like, hey, man, yeah. Like, I've already got my wins. Give me something nice and easy. And, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I really don't feel like my team should not lose to this team. Like, he would have to get some incredible RNG. So, like, I feel like this should have been over in, like, 20 turns. Like, almost kind of like the, playing the AI in Quest. I mean, not because of the player himself, just kind of because of the team. But, I mean, the team does have some potential. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to come out with the X speed. Let's get this evolution. Don't dodge. And nice. We get the knockout. Give me that Magnezone. So at this point, I'm just like, all right. As long as I can keep him from getting his Blaziken, like, this should be a pretty easy win. I'm like, I better not lose this one. So then I'm like, all right, you're going to give us a free surround. I'm going to attack the Bulbasaur. We can't be put to sleep. So nice little double KO there. Now he could either attack with Combuskin or come out with the Rhyhorn. And he gets the Stomps, or the Rhydon, not Rhyhorn. Rhydon. Now he's got the Rhyperior. So I'm going to come up with the Mimikyu. Try to set up a surround. He doesn't allow it. We get the curse, so I'm like, alright. I'm like, please. Please. I really, really want to get this banish off. First thing I do is come here with the Tapu Koko because I want the gold. I could have went with, and he attacks with the Rhyperior. And we get the knockout with Mimikyu. Like, I mean, it just feels pretty bad. Like, we're getting some pretty good rolls, so I'm like, come on, please. I get the Melee Wish, so I'm like, come on, we need white. And I hit gold, guys. One chain level. Allows his Combuskin to evolve into the Blaziken, and I'm like, no. Like, I shouldn't have respun. It was a little bit too risky. Because I knew that I had a pretty good shot at hitting my gold. Because if he would have hit the Cyclone Kick, I don't know that I would have respun. I don't think I would have risked it. But I guess it's pretty much the same thing, right? So yeah, I shouldn't have respun that. So I'm like, I just have to keep this Blaziken over here. So I'm like, okay, let me think. There's really no reason for me to not take the entry point. Like, I'm not gonna get surrounded. He can go ahead. He can take the entry point. I have Gold Block, and I have Magneton right there. So I was a little bit worried that he was gonna advance up with the Blaziken at this point. But if he did, I would get a surround on Glaceon, and then, you know, he would have to get Jet Kick for the win pretty much. Yeah, so I have to cover up the goal. So I'm like, alright, so this is actually not too bad. Get another knockout. So I'm like, come on, let's just get this match over with. So I'm trying to bait him in. There, that's kind of what I was looking for. He gets the Cyclone Kicks, and that kind of sucks. So then I move up here, and I want to go after that Mimikyu. Goes defensive with the Bulbasaur, so I'm like, alright, I'm going to go here with the Tapu Koko. Attack. Hits the Toxic. So I think this was when I was, like, really excited. Yeah, so he hurdle jumps, and I'm like, nice, alright, we got rid of the Blaziken. So now I have no worries. You know, I mean, that Haunter is going to have to get really, really lucky if he wants to knock out my Magneton. But at this point, too, I was a little bit concerned about the Bulbasaur running down and taking my entry point, and him trying to set up a surround. So that was something I was a little bit worried about. But if he did, I could just move over, yeah, right there with where the Bulbasaur is, and then set up a surround. So I should have went on to the other side and attacked, because then I would have had a surround set up. So I think that was a misplay. So I just attacked the Bulbasaur again. And I'm like, look, I mean, this guy is actually hanging on pretty well. So that's why I decided to include this whole match, guys. Really, because, I don't know. Like, I just feel like this match should have been over pretty quick. And we're already on turn 247. So, shout out to this guy, man. And then Mimikyu's hanging on. I'm trying to attack with the Solgaleo. Mimikyu's hanging on with the damn curse. And I'm like, come on, man, just go down. Just go down. And I'm like, don't you get lucky. So I'm like, oh my god, okay. I'm like, he lands the Toxic. So actually, we could get knocked out at this point. So I'm like, alright, I definitely need to max revive. I'm going to go with the Mimikyu. And that way, if our Magneton gets knocked out, and he doesn't freeze Haunter, but he doesn't go for the attack. So I attack again, and the Mimikyu gets another clutch curse. I'm like, come on. I'm like, let's just end this one. Nice. Okay, so then we get the knockout, and I'm like, all right, so all this Rhyperior needs to do is hit his blue, and that's game. He can hit purple as well. And honestly, I was a little bit worried about taking this around. I thought about advancing, but I'm like, nah, that Haunter might knock us out. And then, so I'm like, I'm just going to take this around. Maybe he won't even go for the attack with Blaziken. Because I was like, we pretty much have to hit a miss, and he'd have to hit Jet Kick. So he comes out with the Mimikyu. So I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm like, that's GG. And that's our 11 straight wins. We take it with the Solgaleo, guys. 11 straight wins. Our 22nd victory. And I had to slow this down because you can't even barely see the Invincible trophy. All right, right here, guys. And I'm like, yeah, it's like super slow motion, and he still barely can see it. So let's jump to the shop. There it is, guys. Our 3rd straight consecutive Invincible trophy. Like, I was blown away. And I know I got lucky in the last 2 matches, especially that last match. I mean, that was a pretty easy team. It would have been pretty bad if I didn't win that one, right, guys? But I was able to win it, so let's go. This is going to be our 3rd consecutive Invincible trophy. I really can't believe that we got it. We got another 11 win booster, and we get another rare, a freaking Heatmore. I have yet to pull an EX out of an 11 win booster. I remember back when the game was fairly new, you know, in like the 2nd or 3rd gym, people were pulling double EX pulls, or like, it seemed like every 11 win booster. Like Ghost Shiny Hunter used to pull so many EXs out of his 11 win streaks, and I've never pulled one, even back when the drops were good, so I don't know, man. But I wanted to show you guys this matchup. So this was the very next match. Okay, so we get the 11 win streak, Invincible trophy, right? So I still need my 30 wins, and we get paired up against this player. So he sets the Aggron down on the entry point, which I thought was kind of weird, but I'm like, all right, well, he's got the gold block, and it's a good way to block my one Mimikyu and make me attack and burn my disguise. So I go with the other Mimikyu. He knocks me out with his Blaziken. So I'm like, all right, I want to get some defense. So I go with the X speed. I'm like, come on, I gotta get this knockout. And we hit a dodge. I'm like, Magneton, come on, man. Now, if we would have won that roll, it would have changed the whole matchup. So honestly, I didn't think if he landed Jet Kick that he would move, because like we don't get sent to the PC, but it's still a knockout. So I don't know if Blaziken moves on a Jet Kick when, like, say if we would have hit Curse against Mimikyu. Let me know in the comments, guys, if Blaziken does in fact move with Jet Kick. And I mean, we can't get any defense down. The Blaziken just rips through our team. I maybe should have went with the Solgaleo, but I was hoping that, and then it does something weird like that. That was like a double, I don't know, and he just stays paralyzed. I was hoping to freeze him, but I figured, you know, if he hits purple, we lose anyway, but maybe I should have went double chance with the Solgaleo to try to hit the Sunsteel Strike. So that was probably a misplay. But this is our very next match. But yeah, I mean, guys, like, it just goes to show that you do have to have some luck to be able to get those 11 win streak trophies. Like, you definitely have to be good. You have to play well to be able to get that many wins, but it takes some luck, because you saw how quick we lost that match, and that could have easily been my opponent for our 11th win. And I'm sure he would have had no problem crushing our dreams. So I was like, oh my god, dude, thank God we got the 11 win streak before that happened, and Blaziken just comes through and rips the whole team apart. So yeah, this is our very next match right after we lost, and you know, not a bad opponent, decent team. Go Goes over with the Lunala. Now, he doesn't have any chain levels on the Lunala, so my Tapu Koko is actually a really nice attacker. If we hit white into his white, we win. Gold into purple. And there we go. We get the gold into purple. Get rid of that Lunala. It's cursed, and it goes bye-bye. So I'm like, man, this is a way to start off the match, guys. He has a Blaziken, though. So I'm going to come out with the X speed. I'm like, come on, let's go. Nice. And we get the knockout, get our Magnezone. Things could not be going any better. He's just like full defensive. He's down 2 figures, 1 permanently. But he does have that Metagross. That Metagross is super strong. So I'm going to move up with the Magnezone. And I'm like, yeah, his Hyper Beam can actually still kill us. And then he allows us to just get a free surround. So I'm like, cool, thank you. So opponent making some misplays. So he gets the Disguise Marker knocked off. And I'm just going to start moving over with the Solgaleo. So we can hit that Sunsteel Strike. But first, I'm going to take the entry point with the Magnezone. And he can hit the gold and the purple as well. Hyper Beam. Knock us out if we land our white. So it's going to double chance. And he gets the knockout. So that's when you know Metagross is strong. Whenever he's able to knock out an evolved Magnezone. So I'm going to move back with the Tapu Koko. Okay, so he's swinging around with Mew. So I just max revive. And I think I'm trying to, I try to bait him in so I can get a surround on him with the Tapu Koko. He attacks, and I'm like, well, would have been nice to have been able to curse him on his white. And we lose our Disguise Marker. He does have counterattack as well, so. And, you know, gets a pretty easy knockout for him. Blaziken, I'm like, come on, let's knock out this Tapu Bulu. Gets the Ula Wish. He's moving, man. He wants to come out with that damn Blaziken, and then we hit and miss. So I'm like, all right. And then the Blaziken hits a miss. I'm like, nice. I'm like, good job, Mimikyu. Mimikyu is like freaking OP, and he's just gonna keep moving like his Pokemon down that right lane until he gets something to work out. We hit a miss, so I gotta back up with the Solgaleo. Now that Xerneas can actually knock out our Solgaleo because it can hit for 149 with that Geomancy. So he's going for it. And he hits the Geomancy with the X attack, 179 damage. It was just insane. But we knock out the Tapu Bulu. He's got the gold block, which kind of sucks because that would have been game. So now we have the Tapu Koko. Can't remember what he does here. Okay, yeah, so he moves up with the Blaziken. So I just attack. I'm like, we have a good shot at trying to knock out that Metagross. As long as he doesn't hit his Hyper Beam. Then I go defensive with my other Magneton, because I do want some defense on my back line. I don't want to overextend too much. He gets a Cyclone Kick. I'm just thinking, I'm like, here we go again with this freaking Blaziken. And then he gets the Cyclone Kick again. Like, come on, dude. I'm like, do not sweep through my team. Do not even do it right now. So I come over here with Mimikyu. And he could have went in for the Jet Kick. I think. I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's able to move with the Jet Kick because our Mimikyu doesn't move. It doesn't get knocked out. It has the Disguise Marker, so I don't know if it counts. So he gives us an easy opportunity to come up and surround his goal. So at this point, like we hit the Disguise Marker. We got to cover up the goal because he has a hurdle jump. Gets the Cyclone Kick again. I'm like, come on! Have to go block the Solgaleo. So now all I can hope for is that the Blaziken hits Jet Kick or my Sunsteel Strike into his Flare Blitz, and we get it! Solgaleo coming in clutch with the Sunsteel Strike. That is why he is probably the best gold defender. So that's going to be a nice little win. And I think after this, I think the gym was like about to close, guys. Oh yeah, so he comes out and attacks with Tapu Bulu, and then he cries like a little baby and rage quits. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, he made quite a few misplays. I don't think he played all that great. And, you know, he just pretty much came through with his Blaziken, was sweeping through the team. So yeah, I just started forfeiting a bunch to try to get a bunch of bug bot wins, because there was like no time left in the gym. Now this is the last match, guys. I was able to get the 29 wins, and there was 1 minute left. The gym closes at 3 a.m. Eastern time for me, like Eastern time, 3 a.m. He lands a curse. But yeah, there was 1 minute left, so I barely snuck in, and I have to win this one. Like, everything is riding on this one matchup if I want to get the 30 wins, guys. So, and it's actually a pretty decent team. So this is kind of like our final boss. Like, we got a pretty easy final boss for our 11 win streak. So, you know, if we want to get our 30 wins, we got a pretty decent team to battle against. So he's going to come out with the Heatran, just stick him on the entry point. So I'm going to go in the center. I want to go after that Tapu Bulu, and he's going to double chance. He's probably hoping for just to cancel each other out. And I hit the Sunsteel Strike, so I'm definitely fine with that. Coming up with the Primarina. So I'm going to X-Speed, and I'm going to attack this Primarina. I feel like we have a good shot at winning. And oh, that's right. I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, why did he spin? But yeah, all fire types spin, and if they spin a white attack, they get weight. So it's kind of funny to run a Primarina on your team whenever you have fire types, because I feel like essentially you could give yourself a weight loss, and then we get cursed. But I'm like, all right, Magnezone. We've already burned our scoop up because our Mimikyu got cursed earlier, and then I make a huge misplay. I'm like, dude, I just let him surround me for the banish. And keep in mind, guys, I've been playing for like 10 hours. Like, I played all day Sunday. I had 7 wins. We're at 29 wins, and it's 3 in the morning. And then I get a banish on his Mimikyu. So I'm like, all right, I guess it's fair in terms of, you know, we have the same amount of figures, but my Magnezone for his Mimikyu, it doesn't feel like an even trade. But yeah, at this point, I just want to stop playing. I really do. I don't want to play anymore. But I wanted the 30 wins, because like, I've already missed out on a lot of easy 30-win trophies, and I haven't been getting the gold trophies because I haven't been playing enough to get my rank high. So there's no doubt that I feel like we would have been able to get the top 300 in this gym had I not, you know, tanked my ranking to get the bug bot. So, you know, I'm going right for this Tapu Bulu, and boom, there we go. Get the nice easy knockout. Like, come on. He gets the Magma Slide. The sliding Magma Slider. I freaking hate that thing. So what's he do? Oh yeah, so he has to Magma Slide us if he wants any hope of, and there we go. So I'm like, nice little punish, and we get the 30 wins, guys. This was probably the longest day in my PoDu career. I don't think I've ever had to get 23 wins in one day. It was very, very exhausting. We barely snuck that win in, guys. The gym is closed, so if we would have lost that, we wouldn't have been able to get the 30 wins. We just get a Zangoose. Still, another gym has went by and we haven't pulled an EX. So, man, like I haven't got an EX from a gym in a while. We get 644th place, which isn't too bad. You know, we finished 26 and 6. I want to say, not counting the bug bot forfeits. So, not too bad. Hopefully, in the next gym, we're going to be able to play more and we can rank higher and not have to grind all in one day. But leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to be it for this one. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video, and follow me on Twitter, guys. Tag me in some screenshots, share your duel IDs with me, and until the next one, later, guys.